Video number 222, exponents and the order of operations. Let's take a look at the first page here. Exponents, 4 to the third power, or also called 4 cubed. 4 cubed, 4 to the third. It means to multiply 4 by itself so that you have a total of 3 4s. Okay, and actually I got this worked out on the next page. 13 to the first power, that means 1/13. And then 3 to the 0th, we're going to find out what that means here in just a moment. Here are the solutions. 4 cubed is 4 times 4 times 4. Bam! 64. 13 to the first power, 13. And 3 to the 0th is actually 1, and I'll show you why. Here's 3 cubed, 3 squared, 3 to the first. We're going to discover 3 to the 0th on our own. 3 to the third is definitely 27. 3 times 3 times 3. 3 squared is 9. 3 to the first we just learned is 3 because of this 13 to the first power. What's happening here? As you go left, you're what? Dividing by 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3. What's 3 divided by 3? 1. Did it matter what number you had there? No. You'll always be dividing by this base no matter what number you use to discover this pattern. Okay, let's move on to the next one. 2 times 3 squared. This is also the quantity 2 times 3 squared, or the product of 2 times 3 squared. This is actually the product of the square of 3 and 2. Or in other words, this is just 2 times 3 squared. This is 2 times 3 quantity squared. So the order of operations would have us do the parentheses first, exponent second, multiplication and division third, and then addition and subtraction fourth. There's actually only 4 steps in the order of operations. Now, this order of operations is not necessarily, they are rules in some ways, but the reason they were picked was so that mathematicians could have a language as to what's attempting to be expressed. We're attempting to tell people, look, multiply first, then square. So that'll give us 6 squared, which is 36. This one here is telling us to square the 3 only, then multiply by 2. So 2 times 9, which is 18. So you can see here that the solutions are definitely different, and the reason they're different is because of the order of operations. Next one, 100 minus 3 times 2, and then 100 minus 3 quantity times 2. In this case, we're going to do the multiplication first, because multiplication comes before subtraction. So we're going to have 100 minus 6, which is 94. In the second instance, because 100 minus 3 is inside the parentheses, we're going to do 100 minus 3, which is 97, times the 2. And from mental math strategies, we would just think of the 97 as being 100. So we would think of this as 200 minus 6, which is 194. Okay, so that's how we would work those out. Okay. Next one, 10 minus 3 quantity squared versus, this should be 10 minus 3 squared. So we have 10 minus 3 quantity squared and 10 minus 3 squared. Again, we're going to do the subtraction first. There you go, 7 squared, therefore 49. Okay, next one, 10 minus 3 squared gives us 10 minus 9, which is 1, which means we've just proven that negative 3 squared equals negative 9. In this case, again, the square is only responsible for the 3. It's not responsible for the negative or the minus, however you want to think of it. Next one, last sheet of this video here. We got 12 divided by 3 times 5. We got 12 minus 3 plus 5, 12 plus 3 minus 5. The reason I put this in here is because when you get down to just multiplication and division, the order of operations would have us do from left to right. So whichever operation's on the left, do that one first, if you're comparing just multiplication and division. Likewise, if you only have addition and subtraction, start with the sign on the left. So we have 12 divided by 3 times 5. Well, we're going to do 12 divided by 3 first because that one's on the left. So therefore we get 20. 12 minus 3 plus 5, same idea. we're going to do 12 minus 3 first to give us 9. So therefore, plus 5, which is in fact 14. And then this is just simply straight across 12 plus 3 minus 5, which is definitely 15 minus 5, which is 10. Okay, so that is exponents and the order of operations, and good times.